Chase race number 8 of the Target Series, season number 11, heads to the 7/8 mile racetrack in Newton, Iowa. This is the Iowa Speedway for the Advanced Auto Parts 300. On the pole for today's race, Keyshawn Richardson in the 11, beside him in second, the 16 of Mathis Wells. Then in third place, we have Roman Fenway. Fourth, it is Justin Zidell. And running out the top 5, Jay Jefferson in the 1 car. Starting in 6th place, we have Bronson Minnick. In 7th, it's Jake Galloway. Eric Olson, the 25, in 8th. 9th place for Alex Fletcher, and John Smith, the 04, rounds out the top 10. Back behind them, Alex Turner, the 05, down who's inside the 77 of Tommy Fletcher Jr. Then there's Jeffrey Beeford, the 18, and the 00 of Sebastian Kukulon, along with Max Anderson and Evan Hunter in the 64. Third in points, Colin Teague only enters 5 points below Jose Mills for the points lead, and 2's outside Taylor Ryan Price in the 09. Then there's Mason Baskers and Levi Schoens in the 22, along with Brett Zero, last season's champion, and Denny Lloyd, who's outside the 10 car. Then there's Michael Gregory and Landon Dinkins in the 6. Then Zachary Fitzwater Sr. has had a slew of bad races here in this chase, looking to turn around. He's 10 points behind the points lead. Casey Nacco, who's outside the 14. Then there's Eli Bright, the 8, and Colton Yo looking for his 3rd straight Target Series victory, along with Anthony Hernandez, and second in points, Luke Rainey, only 4 behind Jose Mills. Then Adam McDowell, there's the points there. Jose Mills back in the 32nd starting position. Can he try and work his way up to keep that points lead entering the final race of the season? Behind them, we have Jake Richardson and Trey Rainey, Jeff Britt, the 5, and the 29 of Code Red, Riley Spurleytube and Zachary DeLello, Madison Tall and Sebastian Dupain, and rounding out the field, Landon Lyons, 92, and the 99 of DJ Reed. And Trey, I'm going to direct this question to you. Say you are in the shoes of Jose Mills. You enter with the points at however you're starting one of the lowest chasers, and you're on the outside, the not preferred lane for the start of this race. What is going to be your attack entering this race at Iowa with only now 2 races left in the championship?
Well, I mean, what I would do is I would try to get to the inside as soon as I can and not aggressively make my way up front, but I would definitely, try and slowly make my way up front just to not to have a very, bad points day here and possibly allow a couple other guys to get into that championship, contention there heading into the last race of the season. So if I was Jose Mills, I would just, take my time and make sure that I get at least, some points out of the day where I can keep the lead, but yet at the same time, keep the same amount of guys as in contention for it as I am right now.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for Jose Mills starting to the back of the field on the outside row. We'll see how he does, though, in the Advanced Auto Parts 300. It's a long race, 45 laps here at Iowa. Lots of time for Jose Mills trying to get up through the field. Keyshawn Richardson and Matthew Wells on the front row. Let's go down trackside to fire these cars up for the second to last race of the Target Series season.
Driver, start your engine.
42 cars rolling here at the Iowa Speedway for the Advanced Auto Parts 300, the penultimate race of the Target Series season chase race 8 of 9. And Jose Mills right now on top of the points, 4 up on Luke Rainey, 5 on Colin Teague, 10 on Zach Fitzwater Sr., 12 on Reed, and 14 on Jefferson. Those are the front 6 in points. Now 45 laps here in the Advanced Auto Parts 300, green flag in the air in Iowa.
And already there you can see the 89 of Roman Fenway from the second row is able to get alongside the 11 of Keyshawn Richardson there. I feel like I've seen him do that move before, but he's going to challenge for the lead already before we even take the lap around on lap 1. But already there, again, the 1 of Jay Jefferson is going to look to the inside and possibly make it 3 wide for the lead.
Jay Jefferson right now the highest chaser in the field. A little bit of deja vu there. The 1 driver out in front of the chasers, trying to look now to get out in front of the race. Looking low on Fenway to turn number 3. He'll sling it down to the bottom lane, trying to make it work. Behind them, they look to go 3 wide. Tommy Fletcher Jr. going to force it on Alex Fletcher and the 16 of Mathis Wells. That's behind the front 4. As Jefferson, Fenway, Galway, Keyshawn Richardson. Right now 1, 2, 3, 4. Jay Jefferson now out in front here in the Advanced Auto Parts 300. But Jake Galway down to the inside quickly in the 20 car as they'll bow 3 wide to the corner. Keyshawn, the pole sitter, slams up into the 89 Roman Fenway. They're trying to sort it out as Jay Jefferson looks to try and clear, but Galway to the inside, back around. Jefferson leads the lap. Galway's the preferred lane to turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like last time through 1 and 2, the 89 there might have gotten a little high, and it got 3 wide up top there with the, I believe it was the 11 and the 20, but they were able to sort it out here. So now Keyshawn Richardson, your pole sitter, is going to challenge Jake Galloway for the lead again here. We'll have to see if he gets it, but Jake Galloway is going to be able to clear him coming onto the front stretch.
I was very surprised to see Jake Gowey keep that lead. He went way out of the groove, really, really high. Somehow was able to keep it there, but the pole sitter quickly back to the inside. Keyshawn Richardson looking for the lead again here in the 11. He'll go side by side with Galloway down the back. That's allowing Tommy Fletcher Jr. in the 77 to close in. Battle for fourth. John Smith tried to slide up. Jay Jefferson gets the run off the corner. There'll be 3 wide for P4 down the front stretch. Kukul on the 00 takes it to the inside. Behind that 3 wide, Zidell coming on the bottom lane. Smith drives into the corner deep, slams with the 1 at Jefferson. They're trying to keep it off the guys on the inside. They're still beating doors down the back into turn 3.
Guys getting really aggressive here. A little bit of contact, but they were able to make it clear to see how these guys come off of turn 4. And they're clean for the most part there. I thought the one of Jay Jefferson was going to slam into the wall there, but I don't think he even touched it there. So great driving there by Jefferson.
Very close, intense racing here at Iowa. It's a shorter racetrack, under a mile in length. So it just shows this type of racing is prevalent. Smith again drives into the corner. This time he's going to put the 00 into the wall. It's going to spin them into the 1. Jay Jefferson, John Smith gets away, but now they're going to stack up. Luke Ray gets away on the inside lane. Yo, the winner of the last 2 races, and we have Landon Lyons upside down, the 92 car in the air for Lyons. Where's Jose Mills in the 40 at? Did he get it slowed? No, he didn't. Look at the 40 car. Look how damaged he is. The points
Tons
leader,
of damage for the 40. Oh, no.
lots of front-end damage. That is not the damage you want to see here at the Iowa Speedway. These cars try to get sorted out here. Caution flag is out. The leaders have taken it. Jake Gowey, the 20, taking the caution flag. He'll be out in front for the restart in that 20 car as these drivers try to sort out. You see Jay Jefferson, one of the first cars that were involved in this crash, one of our highest chasers at the time of the crash. He is involved, and look at the damage to that. Lots of chasers involved, but one that wasn't was second in points, Luke Rainey. He found a way through the carnage to get up to 16th as Jose Mills, the 40, was involved in the carnage. He is on pit road. Will they keep that car in the race? No, they will not. Jose Mills will not finish here at Iowa. A big chase shakeup early on at Iowa. Caution number 1 out in the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Let's go see what happened. It looks like for the 04 John Smith, he was getting tight here. These last few laps, he had sent cars up the racetrack, and this time he's going to really send Kuklan up the track. They get hooked together, and the 00 is going to get put right into the wall. Smith spins around. Jefferson right into it. Nowhere to go for the 1 car, and cars on the inside able to gas it up and get by. Fitzwater one of them, Luke Rainey another. Smith actually drives away, but the carnage is back behind him. Yo, the winner of the last 2 races, Code Red, and then right there you see Landon Lyons up in the air. DJ Reed, another one involved, and then the points are Jose Mills. Done for the day. Colin T came in 3rd in points. He's also involved. However, if some of these chasers that are trying to get into the championship picture can stay in this race, they don't have to finish well. They can just stay in the race. They will already gain points on Jose Mills, who is out of the race in the 40 car because of this crash.
Yeah, this is a big turn of events here for the chase. That is, like you said, it looks like the 04 just was getting tighter. I thought he was just being really aggressive, but no, I guess he was just getting a little bit tighter there, unable to control the car. But again, for the second time this season, the 92 of Lyons is upside down. Definitely not the season he wants, especially as a chase contender. So looks like he'll be out, but I think the biggest story from this entire incident here is that the 40 of Jose Mills, your points leader, is out of the race.
And Luke Rainey missing the crash. Jacob Fitzgerald Sr. missing the crash. There is a good chance Luke Rainey can leave here today as the points leader, just depending on how many cars DNF from this crash and how many of them are chasers. You can see Lyons still rolling around, ends up on its lid. And for Jake Gowey, the 20 car, he is currently out in front in the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Iowa coming back green here this time by as they're on the backstretch. Gowey leads in the 20, but look at all the cars that have taken it to the garage. Brett Sierra, Jake Richardson, Eli Bright. Jose Mills is going to get 39th. That is only 1 point. Lyons will get 2 points. Then Adam McDowell, Jay Jefferson will get 3 points. Jennifer Buford, Taylor Bryan Price, 33 still left running. DJ Reed is one of them. Zachary DeLello also in the 24. Colin Teague as well still out there. Luke Rainey still out there. Zach Fitzgerald Sr. still out there. Lots of points still up for grabs. But at the front, non-chasers lead. Galloway, Fletcher Jr., Richardson, Zidell, and Aronson are the front 5.
So with that big accident, happening, I'm kind of curious what these drivers are thinking and how they're going to take the rest of this race, especially if you're a chase contender here and you have a decent shot at getting in the grasp of the championship here going into the next race, which will be the last one. So I wonder if those drivers like, the Luke Rainey and Fitzwater, if they'll be a little bit more aggressive to get up front, or if they'll just take it a little easier, knowing that they already gained points on the 40 of Jose Mills.
And these non-chasers are very aggressive. 3 wide for the race lead. Zeidel sends into the corner. Richardson trying to clear Galway to keep up the racetrack. Zeidel into the wall for the race lead. Richardson with them. They keep it straight. But the front 2 in the outside wall, they keep it going. But now they have damage at the back of the field. And you have to know Richardson is going to be ticked off with Zeidel's at 30. Slid it into the corner deep and put him up into the outside wall.
Yeah, there's no way the 11 is going to be very happy with that. Looks like Zeidel tried to do a little bit of a slide job there, but wasn't clear. Tried to clear himself, but ended up putting them both in the wall. Now they're all the way at the back of the pack here. So we'll have to see what the 11 is going to really think about that, if he's going to retaliate or if he's going to try to keep a cool, calm head here and just race his race.
You can see at the back of this pack, as the field got spread out, I believe there were some damaged cars starting mid-pack. Luke Rainey now up inside the top 15, the 88, just getting by John Smith for 14th, and another yellow flag is out. So caution number 2 is in the air, a crash down the backstretch, and it is Trey Rainey in his final season. His final 2 races in the Target Series, and that car is junk on the front end. Heavy contact there to the front of that 32 car. Brings a halt to the action once again here in Iowa. Caution flag number 2 out. Max Aronson with the race in the 23 just ahead of Jake Galway. Let's go see what happened to Trey Rainey down the backstretch here in the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Only 2 races left for Trey Rainey in his career, and I mean, if there's any grievances you have to air, it might be now, and I think Riley Spurgeon just did that. The 9 car coming up onto the 32, Trey Rainey slides up right into his quarter panel, and I mean, I don't want to say he dumped him, but he definitely can't say it was an intentional spin. We don't know that. Obviously, we're up here just watching it, but from this angle, it did not look like Riley Spurgeon tried to stay off that 32 Trey Rainey at all, and that is a hard hit for a train to the inside wall. You have to believe that 32, if it's not done, it's going to be very well off the pace.
Yeah, I'm going to give Spurley the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say he tried to get in behind the 32, but actually touched him, and from that little bit of a contact there, it just made Trey's car go left and was not able to get off of him, so it just ended up spinning him. But like you said, we'll never know. We're up here in the booth, but them guys are down there in the cockpits themselves, so I don't know if we'll ever really know the truth behind what happened there, but really not what Trey Rainey wanted to see here today.
Well, there's always 3 sides to the story. Riley Spurgeon's side, Trey Rainey's side, and the truth. So we'll never know what actually happened there. For Max Aronson, he doesn't care about what happened. He's currently out in front ahead of Jake Galway in the Advanced Auto Parts 300 here at the Iowa Speedway. 2 races left to crown a champion here in the Target Series Season 11. Coming back to the green flag here at the Iowa Speedway, cleaning up the second caution flag here at the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Max Aronson currently out in front, but more chase contenders out of this race. Levi Shones, piston issues on the 22 put him out. Trey Rainey still out there going in 32nd, but now with Shones out, that's 4 chasers DNFing. That means Luke Rainey can leave, at worst, tied with Mills if he were to get the lowest of the chasers still running. Back Grand Iowa, Anderson, Galway take off, they leave. Fletcher Jr., Minnick, and Gregory behind.
Yeah, you saying that thing about Luke Rainey here, that probably, if anything, takes a lot of weight off his shoulders here. So if he just wants to take the route of just driving around, making sure he can bring that car home in one piece, he could do that. Or if he just wants to try to get as big as a points lead on Jose Mills, he could also try to do that. So Luke Rainey here has a couple of options, so we'll be waiting to see which one he ends up going with.
Jake Galway takes the race lead back in the 20, definitely one of the better cars so far here today, but this is the driver they have to watch out for. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. started the chase pretty well, was up there contending for the points lead. However, the last few chase races have seen him drop in points. He is now down 10 behind Mills, but however, with Mills only getting 1 point here today, it is very possible Fitzwater could leave here today with a shot at the championship. It's very likely that he does that. He came in, remember, 6 points behind Luke Rainey. So if he finishes better than Rainey, it's possible he could leave within 5 points of the points lead entering the final race of the season. So for Zachary Fitzwater right now, it is all attack mode for the 59. There's a chaser, Matthews Wells, in front of him. Then chaser, Bronson Minnick. And then maybe even a race victory for the driver of the 59 if he can accomplish it.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. We have already seen here some stuff we were not expecting to see. So this racetrack is probably going to get a name for being unpredictable. As you can see here, 3 wide for the lead with the 60 of Gregory going to the inside. Haven't really talked about him much all race long, but he's now making his presence known up front, making it 3 wide.
Keyshawn Richardson maybe with that anger, driving forward. We always joke about a driver's angry. They gain maybe some horsepower, and right there he sent it in on Tommy Fletcher Jr., and now he's middle 3 as Fitzwater goes to the inside. So lots of action here at the Iowa Speedway. This is just outside the front 5 and just inside the top 5. They're also racing aggressively. Richardson up into Fletcher Jr. They're rubbing off the corner. 77 almost in the outside. 111 gives him just enough room. And I believe Luke Rainey sees what's happening up in front. And you can see the 88. He's not getting up into this pack. He's just hanging back at 14th. He knows the likelihood of another yellow happening and it being up in front of him is great with how they're racing so far. Maybe a spotter giving that communication, saying just hang back here. We want to finish this race. We want to make sure we're inside the top 15 because there are not many chasers in front of us.
Yeah, these couple of accidents here brought a couple of new guys up front. The 64 of Evan Hunter, haven't talked about him either, but he's up here battling for the lead, taking it away from the 60. But that battling there is going to allow the 23 of Anderson to get to the inside of him and have Anderson see if he could possibly dive it into a corner and try to get the lead. But it looks like, yeah, he actually is going to be able to get it off going off of 1 and 2.
For Evan Hunter, this is basically a practice session for the Gatorade Cup Series race here tomorrow as he enters with a shot at the championship in that series, trying to gain on Trey Rainey and Georgia Satomu, who are tied for the points lead with now Trey Rainey out. Obviously, that car not up to 100%, obviously damage at the back. Evan Hunter can use these laps as practice and try and get this race victory, try and perform well in the Gatorade Cup Series race tomorrow to gain points on Trey and Satomu and battle up at Homestead with the shots at the championship in the Gatorade Cup Series, the Premier Series, the one you want to get the championship in. But this championship battle here in the Target Series is going to come down to the wire with Fitzwater moving up now inside the top 5 and only one chaser in front of him. That's Bronson Minnick in the 42.
You talk about Fitzwater moving up. Look who's bringing along right behind him there. The 11 of Keyshawn Richardson, still a little bit angry there, still getting some horsepower put into that car. It'll be interesting to see if these two actually end up battling for the lead, which one would want it more. So, like we said, when you're angry, you just end up getting a couple more tenths there. So definitely seems like it's working in his favor, but it's not working in the favor of Evan Hunter, who keeps falling back here. So we'll have to see if he's going to be able to gather his car back up.
And just a few cars behind Keyshawn's the guy that put him in the wall. Justin Zidell's also coming back forward in the 30. So if you're Keyshawn, you see that 30 back behind you. If he ever gets in front of you and you're battling maybe for the win at the end, the last lap, I don't know if Keyshawn would have any worries about sending it into the corner deep on Zidell and maybe even wrecking him for this race victory. You never know what might happen with those two obviously making contact earlier in the race as we're now catching up to some lap traffic. These drivers that were slower, they were trying to bank on some yellows coming out getting some spots, but now it's DJ Reed, one of our chasers. We're going to catch him. Minnick going to look low on the 9-9, but it's kind of halting everyone up right now. No one able to gain the advantage. Minnick's going to get low on Reed. That's going to halt the outside lane for sure. And Fitzwater is up there, the first car in the outside lane. He's going to have nowhere to go. And Luke Rainey now, maybe this is the time where he can try and gain some spots as he's now on the inside starting to move forward in this pack. Evan Hunter's going to get low in the 9-9, but Fitzwater still halted on the outside lane, nowhere to go.
This is going to kill Fitzwater's position here with that lap car in front of him there, so we'll have to see where he ends up getting once he gets past the lap car. But the leaders here, they're getting some more lap traffic, the 32 and the 55 there. Keyshawn Richardson's able to get by them pretty easily. He actually might start to pull away here a little bit if they struggle a little bit more with the lap cars as a contact, but they're going to be able to keep it clean there. A close call between those three cars right there.
I don't know how they were able to make that work. I mean, I think the two cars on the outside, that 3 wide, obviously maybe not the outside, but on the outer edges of that 3 wide, the yellow is back out. We have had a crash somewhere in the racetrack. And it looks like it's Colin Teague, so another driver up there in the championship battle. He maybe just got spun around. That car doesn't look bad in terms of damage. He may have just got spun around, but for Keyshawn Richardson, he did not want to see that. He had pulled away to a nice gap over second place Michael Gregory. Now a reset button, and Luke Rainey's up in the 6th position. Trey Rainey's going to restart mid-pack. This could be an intense one for sure. Caution flag number 3 out at Iowa. Colin Teague, the 2, involved in this one. Colin Teague might be just a little bit frustrated here today. He obviously knew he had a shot to claim the points lead after today, but has not gone his way. And off the corner right here, racing with Kukulan. He'll put the 00 into the outside wall, and they get hooked together. They're still together. Finally, it spins them both around. Teague gets all the way around. Caution flag is triggered right there. Kukulan's going to get sideways and then drive away. Colin Teague, the 2, obviously, he has to get spun back around. So 2 cars involved in this one. Caution flag with just over 10 laps remaining here at Iowa in the second to last race of the season. How intense is this restart going to be, Trey?
It's going to be pretty intense here. We've already seen about 3 cases of, possibly not some so happy drivers. So when they get all bunched up here, when those angry drivers get to go full speed again, we'll have to see how aggressive they're going to actually end up being here, especially the 11 of Keyshawn Richardson. So I'm pretty excited to see this restart. I don't know about you.
Yeah, Keyshawn Richardson started on pulleys back out front. Chasers back behind, looking for every point they can, including 6th place Luke Rainey. Under 10 laps to go and we get the green flag in the second to last race of the season here at Iowa. Coming back green, this could be the final restart. We could have no yellow flag. We're going to find out. 7 laps to go when we take the green flag, and the pole starter Keyshawn Richardson out in front here at Iowa. No more retirees, 29 cars on the lead lap. Trey Rainey, Colton Yo, and DJ Reed all lap down and all going to restart throughout this lead pack. It's going to be interesting to see who gets going and who doesn't. So Keyshawn Richardson leads this race. Michael Gregory in second. Evan Hunter, Justin Zeidel, and Matt Wells are the front 5. Luke Rainey, he's dominated this season, has not yet won a race this season. He's 6th, Alex Fletcher 7th, and there's Luke's brother, Trey. Remember, damaged car, but look at how much he's holding up that pack. It's now a 7-car race for the win at the green flag.
Yeah, Trey Rainey, they're starting, I wouldn't even say mid-pack. I'd say more up front there. Really cut this field here. I don't know if those cars behind Trey Rainey that were on the lead lap and battling for the win are going to be able to catch back up or not. But at the moment, like you said, it's a 7-car race for this win.
Yeah, Michael Gregory now out in front. Evan Hunter will follow through the second. Zeidel inside of Keyshawn Richardson. Remember, those two had contact earlier in the race. Down the back stretch of the race, one of these cars in this main pack is Luke Rainey, looking for that championship. He's now trying to move along Matt Wells for another point. That is the only point that he can gain in front of him, the only chaser in front of him. Fletcher, the 41, starting to fall off this main pack. It might just be 6 cars that the 41 can't catch up. 5 laps to go. Yellow flag will end it here in Iowa. Code Red 29 starting to come forward. He's one of the chasers, not in the championship fight, though. And where is Fitzwater at? The 59. He has cleared some lap cars. We'll see if he can hang on to as many points as he can try and gain right here to try and just enter Homestead with a shot at the championship. Do they stay green or does it end under the yellow flag is the question.
As you can see here, the 60 of Gregory is now battling for the lead with the Hunter on the outside there, but Zeidel might be able to get to the inside of the 64 before he's able to come down, and yes, he is here. Luke Rainey there, able to pass Richardson, still trying to get past the 16 of Wells there. I can't tell if the Wells has some damage on the back of his car or not, so that might slow him down a little bit, but Luke Rainey is able to get to the inside, so once he passes him here, he'll be able to get almost the max amount of points as he will be able to take from today.
3 laps to go, and if he can get up past these 3 cars in front, it would be a great points day for Luke Rainey in terms of the championship. 2 laps to go for the race leaders. Zeidel inside of Michael Gregory for the race lead. Evan Hunter right there in 3rd lurking, and then Luke Rainey in 4th. Right now the highest chaser. If he can finish it out there, he'll gain 12 points over Mills' 1. It would be an 11-point swing in favor of Luke Rainey. White flag this time behind the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Zeidel to clear and lead the battle for second. Hunter to the inside of Gregory. Here's the white flag. One more time around Iowa. Who gets to victory lane? Here at Iowa is the question. Zeidel wide through turns 1 and 2. Hunter a little bit lower, trying to dig hard in the gas off the corner. The yellow flag is out, but the racers are coming back around to the checker flag no matter what. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Hunter slides up with Zeidel. Can Gregory cut under 3 wide? He can't off the final corner. Evan Hunter will win the race here at Iowa in the Target Series. Luke Rainey beats Wells to get the 12 points, and it looks like Danny Lloyd involved in the crash along with Mason Baskers at the end. Madison Tall as well involved. A crash and carnage at the last lap of this race. Didn't matter though, the leaders were able to come back around under the green flag to finish it out, as it looks like 3, maybe even 4 cars involved in this one. There you can see the contact, 3 wide into the final corner.
Yeah, we've seen it all race. 3 wide is not going to work. The 19 just kind of, what a hellacious hit there. The 10 nailed the wall, almost back down into traffic there. The 10 got airborne from that hit. That was a big hit right there.
If you have to blame someone, Mason Baskers, look at how hard he sent into the corner. Nowhere near the bottom lane, and they all came together. Danny Lloyd, a tremendous impact for that 10. Basically, forward momentum stopped and it just went upward. How hard of a hit it was for Danny Lloyd. Another look at this. This fortunately happened after the leaders had taken the white flags. They were able to race it back around to the checkered flag, and luckily the drivers were able to clear the track for the race leaders. And it ends with Evan Hunter in victory lane. Luke Rainey getting the most chase points is going to be the points leader at the end of this one. Let's go see the finishing results and the updated point standings heading into the final race of the regular season. Here is how they finished in chase race number 8 here at the Iowa Speedway, the Advanced Auto Parts 300. 4 caution flags for 12 laps here today, and 17 lead changes. 9 different drivers saw the lead in this race. But out front with the last lap pass, Evan Hunter claims victory in the 64, a last lap pass of Justin Zeidel, who falls to finish in second. Michael Gregory in third. Pulser Keyshawn Richardson tied for most laps led, but gets fourth place, and Luke Rainey, the highest finishing chaser, into the points lead, a top 5 result here today. Mathis Wells, next highest chaser in 6th, Alex Fletcher, Alex Turner, Max Arison, and Jake Gowey also tied for most laps led. He gets 10th place here today. Minica Chaser in 11th, Code Red in 12th. And you look down, you can see Zach Fitzwater Sr.'s name not on this list of drivers that finished inside the top 20. DeLello, another chaser inside the top 20. But for Fitzwater, the Mechanical Gremlins have come after the 59 team. He gets 31st. A gearbox issue puts Fitzwater out of this race in the final 2 laps and lost him points, valuable points, to drivers like Colin Teague and drivers like DJ Reed. He could have had at least 2, 3, 4 more points, but instead, he's now down 31st and with the narrowest of shots to claim this championship, and a lot of cars out from crashes. Taylor Brand Price on down out from that first crash. The 09, the 18, the 1, the 38, the 92, and the 40 is the biggest one for sure. Jose Mills, 39th place, only 1 point for him. He's now out of the points, but still a shot at the championship as we see the points at the right side entering the final race of the season. Luke Rainey in the 88 enters as the points leader, 6 points up on Colin Teague, who is second. Third place, the 40 of Jose Mills, now 7 points back, and fourth place for Fitzwater is currently 13 points back. Those are the only drivers that enter Homestead with a mathematical shot at the championship. Remember, tiebreaker for if you leave Homestead tied for the points lead, the tiebreaker goes to whoever is highest in full season points. Luke Rainey has locked up that. He would have been the champion under a full season format. So he would get that tiebreaker no matter who ties him. So the 88 now, you have to be within 13 points. And Fitzwater 13 points. The only way Fitzy wins this championship is if Luke is the lowest finishing chaser and Fitzwater wins the race at Homestead. It is a very narrow chance of possibility for that. For Colin Teague and Jose Mills, they need to outpoint Luke Rainey by enough points. But Trey, after this crazy race at Iowa, what are some chasers that caught your eye?
Well, at the top of my list has to be Luke Rainey. We've been saying all season long that he's been one of the most consistent drivers on the racetrack for this series, and he's able to take the points lead. And I feel like he's feeling pretty comfortable going into the last race of the season. I would say middle would have to be the 2 of Teague. Really haven't talked about him much. I think he was involved in an incident or 2, but he's able to come away second in points and has a pretty good shot at the championship as well. So I think he'll be smiles heading into the last race of the season. And then at the bottom of my list has to be the 40 of Jose Mills. Was involved in that first incident, had some pretty heavy damage, had to take his car out of the race. And with that, he fell back 2 spots and is now in third. Still has a chance to win it, but definitely not what he was hoping to be going into the last race here with looking like in the point standings.
And Mills entered up in points. He'll leave down in points. Still to shot at the championship, though. Realistically, 3 drivers, mathematically 4 drivers eligible for this championship. But last season, you can even ask Landon Lyons, it is never a guarantee. I believe he entered maybe 9 points up on Brett Sierra. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 9 points up, I believe, on Brett Sierra in that final race of the season at Homestead, and Sierra left 1 point up on him. So Sierra had gained 10 points on Landon Lyons in that final race. He actually entered 7 points up. It was 7 points up on Brett Sierra entering the final race of the season. Sierra left 1 point up on Landon Lyons. That's how that championship flipped at Homestead. It was a swing of 8 points in Brett Sierra's favor. So something like that happened at Homestead to Luke Rainey, or can the 88 team do what they've done all season, run inside the top 10? If they run inside the top 10, it's nearly impossible for someone like Teague or Mills to get this championship. It's going to come down to one final race, and it's going to be at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the Krispy Kreme 300. We will see you guys then.